Can you walk us through what you're thinking right now?
I just want my baby to be okay. I don't know where he's at.
Yes, Sebastian
Yeah,
Rogers.
I have watched
So
some
his
of that stuff.
stepdad, was on this podcast called Dutchess. I think that's what the name of her channel is. But anyways, if you can find it, it's called Dutchess. And he interviewed, but he's not showing his face, but he sounds like a mean motherfucker. And if I can find her video, I will share it in the description of this video, because he's talking about like how strict he is and all this and that and the other. And if you see that boy, like, he's special needs, dude. He doesn't need some hard ass stepdad. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But in this video with Dutchess, he just really talks about like, oh, he's not allowed to have apps. He's not allowed to have this, not allowed to have that. Like, he's just I don't know, he just sounds like a jerk. But here is one of their media interviews, or part of one of their media interviews. It's just a little clip.
We're on a constant roller coaster ride of helpless and hopeless and many other emotions all in one, and it's a never-ending roller coaster. It doesn't stop.
Can you walk us through what you're thinking right now?
I just want my baby to be okay. I don't know where he's at.
Mom Katie broke down several times in our interview, but says her hope is strong that her son Sebastian will be found safe and return home.
He's going to walk through that door, and this street will be flooded again with family and relatives all waiting to hug and love him. And
Stepdad Chris says it's been an
Stepdad Chris is shaking his head no the whole fucking time. Is he not?
emotional roller coaster that all started Sunday night, February 25th.
Pretty normal. He was playing in his room. When I told him to go to bed, he did. He said, "Good night, Mom, I love you."
Katie says she went to wake up Sebastian around 6 a.m. Monday for school, and he was gone. Within minutes, Katie says she was on the phone with Chris, who was working out of town, and they quickly called 911.
And he's not a runner. He's never run away before. I don't know why. I don't know why he walked out that door.
I mean, he's a good kid. He's not a mischievous child by any means.
Katie and Chris say Sebastian is not on social media. While he loves to play Minecraft, they tell me he does not have any online capabilities. I asked if there was any reason he might want to leave.
We've been combing over that day and even the weeks before he left, and I hadn't been able to figure it out. He's, that morning he was laughing, he was joking.
It's as if Sebastian...
Wait, did she just say that morning?
Yeah.
Didn't she say she saw him before she told him to go to bed and he went to bed, and then she got up in the morning to wake him up and he was gone?
Yes.
So how was he laughing that morning? What? Let's listen to that again.
It must be the morning before.
Yeah, must be.
He's across the board. We have anything that they've wanted, we have provided.
What do you want to say to Sebastian? What do you want him to hear from you right now?
That we love you so much.
Oh, God, that... We love you so much.
Katie tell me they've been harassed. People pointing fingers at them.
You're not in this situation. You don't quite understand. I wish people would step back, take a different wide open view, and not assume what they know. It's just better to stick to the facts.
Are you both in the clear?
I can tell you that Mom, myself, and the father have worked very fully and cooperatively with all agencies across the board. We have anything that they've wanted, we have provided.
What do you want to say to Sebastian? What do you want him to hear from you right now?
That we love you so much. and we want you to come
Look at the dad. Look at the stepdad.
Mm-hmm.
home, and you're not in trouble.
You're not in trouble. Was he before? With stepdad? I don't trust that stepdad. I'm just going to say it.
That it's just so weird. Like, what happened to him? Because he's supposed to have gone missing between like midnight and 6 a.m. or something,
Mhm.
with no shoes on and a flashlight. What?
Mhm. And then also when she says, when I told him to go to bed, and she pauses and she goes, she laughs, and he did.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to find that Dutchess. Is it Dutchess? Do you remember what I said her name, her
You said
channel
Dutchess.
was? I heard
That
this
makes no
before I
sense.
heard, before they even talked. I heard
That
this
makes
before.
no-
He's telling her this from the phone. Hey, you need to wake up and go to bed and put the dog. What?
Do you not think it's weird
Right
that he said
around midnight, just
he
before
called her
midnight.
the mom?
Do what?
He called her the mom.
To here. Let's see if she's got playlists. Oh, I don't see it. Live. Here it is. Right here. See, I only got through like 3/4 of it.
And there's a search group.
So you know who's on here is that Trevor, who was looking for Summer Wells, joined this girl on her panel. You remember? Do you remember Trevor, the guy up in the very top?
Mm-mm.
Well, he is holding the Summer Wells poster up there. He is from Tennessee, and he actually like looked for Summer. But this is there's him and his teacher. I mean, but here we go. This is I think the mom joins first. You guys want to listen?
He was playing.
Okay. So they don't show their face, which is interesting. No camera, right? But here we go.
It's like that we have them coming up on panel. So if you guys will please welcome Sebastian's parents to the live stream. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you joining us.
You're welcome.
We had a really good conversation today, and I appreciate you being willing to talk to me about Sebastian going missing. So I guess I will just kind of start out with, tell me what happened the day that Sebastian went missing. I know that his mom said that he was having a good day. He had had a great weekend. So do you want to walk us through what that looks like again for everybody?
Okay, now mind you, the mom and the dad are both together. So pay attention to how much Chris interrupts mom.
He did have a really good weekend, actually. When we come home from having supper that evening, he was playing. When he went to bed, when I told him to go to bed, he said, "I love you, Mama," and he said, "I love you, puppies." A little later in the evening, I myself went to bed, and when I went to wake him up for school, he wasn't here.
So did she go to bed first then? Before
I don't know.
the stepdad?
I don't
Did he
know.
stay
Because
up?
she said she told him to go to bed, and he did. We
So
didn't.
the kid went to bed, and then she said that she went to bed. But when did stepdad go to bed?
Good question. Let's see if we find out.
And you did tell me that Sebastian is not a runner.
He's not.
It's okay. Take your time.
Sebastian does not have a history of running. I mean, the young man doesn't go outside very much. I mean, everybody in the neighborhood knows him. He is very to himself, so to speak. Between the hours of 12 and 6, he has basically vanished. Walked out of the house, the door was locked and gone.
He didn't.
There we go with vanished. Vanished again. That's what Chris Watts said. If she vanished, I just want her back. People don't vanish. That's a fallacy. There's no vanishing. You don't vanish.
Yeah.
Take phone.
Something happened.
None of his shoes are missing.
Now, you told me that night.
No
now,
shoes?
Chris, you were
So he left to run away with no shoes?
Yeah, that's
Come
what
on.
that's what I mean. He left in the middle of the night with no shoes on. I see people are saying that stepdad works away, but did he come back at all?
Right. He was only
When
2
did he
hours
come back?
away. He wasn't that far away. I don't buy it.
at work. You were out of town at work, so you were not even home.
Correct, ma'am.
And Mom, you fell asleep on the couch about 10 o'clock, but you said that Sebastian went to bed at 9 p.m. And then you got up off the couch and you went to bed, and you said that was around midnight. And nothing was unusual at that point. Everything seemed okay.
There's actually a piece of, so to make something very crystal clear, so that way there's transparency across the board. Me and the mom were on the phone at 9:43 or 9:46 in the evening. We stayed on the phone for quite some time. The call logs have been verified by all the police departments, TBI included. We stayed on the phone. It was very lengthy. Mom did slightly start falling asleep while she was on the couch. I had said, hey, you need to wake up, put the dogs up, go to bed. Now, mind you, that was...
He's telling her this from the phone? Hey, you need to wake up and go to bed and put the dog... What?
Do you not think it's weird
right
that he
around
said...
midnight. Just
he
before
called
midnight.
her the mom.
Do what?
He called her the mom. That's weird to me.
He said the mom? I didn't catch that.
He said the mom. Yeah.
Oh, Lord. But he was on the phone with her and she was falling asleep?
Town at work, so you were not even home.
Correct.
Uh-huh.
And
Controlling.
Mom, you fell asleep on the couch about 10 o'clock, but you said that Sebastian went to bed at 9 p.m. And then you got up off the couch and you went to bed, and you said that was around midnight. And nothing was unusual at that point. Everything seemed okay.
There's actually a piece of, so to make something very crystal clear, so that way there's transparency across the board. Me and the mom were on the phone at 9:43 or 9:46 in the evening.
Oh, Mom!
We stayed on the phone for quite some time. The call logs have been verified by all the police departments, TBI included. We stayed on the phone. It was very lengthy. Mom did slightly start falling asleep while she was on the couch. I had said, hey, you need to wake up, put the dogs up, go to bed. Now, mind you, that was right around midnight, just before midnight or right around midnight.
Wait.
So,
okay, so boy went to bed at 9. Mom fell asleep around, 9:30 on the couch? Is that what he's saying? He was on the phone with her?
She said didn't she say she fell asleep at about 10?
Yeah, but then it was midnight when he said, hey, you need to wake up and you need to cut the dogs out and go to bed.
He stayed on the phone while she's asleep for 2 hours.
Uh-huh. Yes,
No,
he
he
did.
didn't.
Right. That's why I'm glad I caught this, because I heard this before they even talked to the news. I heard this and I was like, dude, this guy's a dick. And even if he didn't do anything, he's a dick. He is controlling. Just wait. He interrupts Mom. Just wait. The mom.
So then Mom does go to bed, and
he's got the story already.
Wakes up early in the morning to go wake her son up, get him ready for school.
Her son.
And now we have a worried
Her
mom
son.
who can't find her son in the house.
Her son.
Oh my.
Oh, could he distance himself any more from this poor boy?
Yes, she is the mom and her son. My
The
God.
mom. Yep.
I
He's
also think it's so weird that like she starts talking and he kind of interjects with his
story.
right, this is actually what happened. Let's get this
Yes.
straight right from the start. I just want to make it crystal clear. This is the story.
Across the board. I think he's annoyed with him. I think he's
like it.
annoyed with this kid. Do they have other children? Does anybody know? Or is he the only child?
I don't know.
Mom made an effort to look and search several times.
Oh,
Mom has called me at the time and asked me, she was like, I can't find him. I was like, do what? And she goes, yeah, I cannot find him. I said, well, hang on. I made the phone call and reported it to the sheriff's department because that's what we're supposed to do.
what time?
And within 10 minutes, the sheriffs were dispatched to the location.
And you had told me that there hadn't been any particular situation that had occurred where you felt like there would have been something that happened. And I also had asked you if there were any friends that Sebastian might have possibly left the house with, or if he had any contact with anyone on social media. Do you want to comment about that again?
He doesn't have a social media.
Okay.
And the only friends that he had were a couple of kids in school.
Okay.
All the kids that have had any interaction with him have been interviewed and asked.
Okay.
We as parents know how social media can be,
Right.
and seeing how kids can be easily manipulated.
He's very young in mind.
Yes, he may be.
Right.
He's about 15, and he's 15 in age in his body, but his mind is not caught up to his body. But that is something that goes through with autistic children, as everybody would know.
Right.
But for the record, I am a very strict parent. He does not have social media, not in our household. He doesn't online game. I'm pretty strict when it comes to that kind of situation.
Well, that's good. That's good, Chris, that you have control of that, because social media can be very dangerous for young kids because they don't realize who they may be talking to on social media. So it's always good to have that awareness and to make sure you're monitoring, what your kids are doing. So I had asked you both, did you have any idea what would make Sebastian want to suddenly leave the house? And you told me, well, that's the $1 million question that everybody wants to know. All the detectives, they've all asked that same question. What is it that happened that caused him to leave the house? And I know you must be so worried and so concerned. Is there anything, if Sebastian were listening to this live stream right now, if you knew that he was out there, what would you want to tell him?
That we love you and to come home.
I mean, it's pretty simple. This boy has a very large family that everybody is asking the question, where are you? We love you, and please come home.
Yes. We definitely need to find him as soon as possible. If you live in this area, please search your property every day. He could be on the move. Just because you've already searched your property one time doesn't mean that you don't need to continue to search your property on a daily basis, just to be sure. If you have a lot of land, it needs to be searched, just to be sure, because he may be lost. He may be somewhere and he can't find his way back. So that's why it's very critical. Can you talk to me about the search and rescue efforts? Are they searching on land, air? They also have dive teams there. What can you tell us about that?
So currently, As of today, the National Guard was also brought in to help with the search, but they have had fixed wing aircraft, helicopters, horseback ATVs, side by side, door to door, scouring every neighborhood possible. I mean, the outreach from the community and various counties has been extremely welcoming, loved. I mean, it's we've been told this is probably one of the largest searches that they've conducted with so much input that
Input?
it's a case to be studied for sure.
What?
You have a lot of people that are
Wait.
praying and supporting.
It's a case to be studied. What does that mean? Yeah. Wait. Lindsay says, I honestly wasn't initially sketched by this couple, but wowie, this is eye-opening. He's been missing since February 26th, and he's wearing no shoes.
The way he talks about him, though, he just sounds like he has so much contempt towards Sebastian.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds horrible.
Yeah, he's autistic.
And
he's a handful.
I don't know a lot.
I mean, let's face it. He makes it sound like he's a handful. He's not his son, but in the media, in the media interviews, he's said, that's my son, that's my boy, or whatever. But in this, he doesn't. And this was conducted, I'll tell you the date of this interview. 13 days ago, guys. This was on March 3rd. March the 3rd. So they've learned a lot from doing this interview, I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, a lot of men can't handle this special needs children. And I'm telling you, the mom knows this guy's level of frustration with her son.
Mm-hmm.
She does. And Dutchess did a wonderful job.
Right now,
she asked all the right questions.
His ask, would he be able to ride a city bus?
Good question.
Nothing is off the table as far as abilities. Could the young man get on a bus? I'm sure he could.
We've never done it before.
We've never rode a city bus, so I don't think he understands the process. He doesn't have any sense of money. He may have, like, let's say, a $20 bill in his hand, but he doesn't truly understand what $20 would get him.
He's good
Right.
at numbers, but he doesn't
I understand.
Time and money.
And single mom says, does he want his real father? Maybe. I'm just asking. Well, it turns out, single mom, that, you know, he sees his real father every other weekend. And the real father, he is heavily involved in this situation and is aware. And he doesn't know where Sebastian is either, correct?
Correct. I mean, I can tell you this.
His father's very much involved in his life.
Yes, very much involved in his life. The relationship between all three of us as parents is not your common one. I mean, me and the father talk on a regular basis. We call each other, we talk. Hey, if we heard anything, how's he doing? Is he acting up?
Oh my God.
You know, I mean, it's not, there's.
Is he acting up? Really?
No really animosity in between the parents.
That's good. That's good. Discovering the truth. Thank you for being here. They say, did he have any special interest like trains, parks, friends, maybe a school bus route that he loved? My son elopes and loves trains, so he heads to the tracks.
He loves playgrounds.
Yeah, he loves playgrounds. I mean, he loves to play. I'll give him that.
I'll give him
friends
that.
wise.
I'll give him that. Like, that's the only.
Oh my God. I'll give him that. That just like Don. Summer ran the house. Oh, she gave it her best.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, he likes to play. That's like the only good thing I can say about him.
Yep, I'll give him that. That's the only normal thing he did. He liked to play. I'll give him that. He's letting us know he didn't like the kid.
Yeah.
Sad as fuck.
Friends.
Sebastian, his idea of his friend is right now is what he has 2 kids that he talks to at school.
His idea,
idea
of
of a
friends.
friend.
Oh my God,
He's
that's so cruel. His idea of friends is 2 kids he talks
Yeah,
to at
that
school.
is really not nice. So he's basically not allowing him to be on social media or anything or have any gaming things, which is
Communication.
what kids do. He's
Yep.
15 years old. That's how they communicate and
Why
stuff.
doesn't he want
So
him to have friends?
exactly. Why
What was
does
he
he not
doing?
want him to?
What was he
He
doing to
doesn't want him to be
Sebastian?
gaming.
Was he
So
doing
he's saying
something? Oh, you're
he likes to
fired up.
play.
Get
He
it,
likes to
girl.
play. No, he said that's the one thing he'll give him. He likes to play, but he doesn't let him play online with friends, which is what all kids do. They do gaming online. He doesn't let him do that. And the only friends he has are the ones that are at school, but he thinks they're his friends, but they're not really. That's what he's saying.
Mm-hmm. Right.
He doesn't like that he likes to play then. Because if he did, and that was like his outlet and stuff,
I could picture
he
this
would let
asshole
him do
saying,
that.
"You think those are your friends?
Yes,
Friends aren't
exactly.
somebody you just talk to at school. Friends are people that come to your house. Friends are
Oh my
people that
God.
invite you over." I can see this guy being a dick. And ugh.
Yep.
All right, let's keep going.
He heads to the tracks.
He loves playgrounds.
Yeah, he loves playgrounds. I mean, he loves to play. I'll give him that. Friends wise,
He wants friends.
Sebastian, his idea of his friend.
Oh my God, his mother. He wants
wants
friends. Oh my God, that's heartbreaking.
Friend of right now is what he has 2 kids that he talks to at school, but he is extremely socially awkward. And so it's very difficult for him to make friends, which has been this boy's only lifelong dream. He Christmas, what do you want for Christmas? I want friends. Birthday, I want friends.
Oh my God.
Anything that he could do to get a friend, he would love to do it, which is potentially dangerous because that could open.
Oh my God. Do we think this guy
This-
might be a pedo?
This is breaking my heart.
He would do
Because-
anything for a friend?
I know what
Like
it's like
what?
to have a child that finds it really difficult to make friends. And it's
Mhm.
so much easier to make friends online. And I know that can be dangerous, but there are ways to monitor it as well. And if your child can make a connection with someone online, then that's good for them to not feel as lonely.
So
And
he's
he's taken
secluded
that away
this
from
kid.
him.
Mhm.
He's isolated him, and he knows
Why?
that he's isolated, and he's compounding that isolation by not allowing him to even play games online. It has
But
got
why
me
would you
choked up, man.
I know, I'm sorry. But why would
Mhm.
he let's talk about this though. Why would he want to isolate Sebastian? Either because the kid annoyed him or because he was doing something to him.
It could be either. I mean, it could
Mhm.
be punishment. He doesn't like the
Punishment.
kid.
Right.
He wants to make his life difficult
Miserable.
because maybe he has struggles and his stepdad sees it as, he doesn't want to deal with that kind of stuff, so he's going to punish him.
Mhm. Some people don't understand and don't want to understand these disabilities and what they really mean and what they really the symptoms that they cause. I think he's just a mean motherfucker that doesn't have an open enough mind to and any empathy to understand and try to understand Sebastian and what he's dealing with. Instead, he punishes him for being the way he is.
But the thing is, he knows what he likes. He likes to play, and he wants friends.
Yeah, so he's cut
And
him
he's
off
not
social
letting
media.
him have that.
Yep. The opposite of what the child needed. Sick. Okay, let's keep going. You want to keep going? Are you all right?
Yeah. Yes.
I think Potato's going to go find this guy herself.
Open up doors
Yes.
for somebody to say, "Hey, I'll be your friend," and potentially cause harm.
Kim Holmes asked if there's any cameras in the area, and I did see, Kim, that they were asking for people that had any Ring doorbell footage or any businesses that had camera footage. Talk to us about that, Chris. We did speak about that briefly earlier about the people getting all the footage, but they haven't found anything.
Our entire neighborhood and surrounding neighborhoods have voluntarily and with generosity given up any video footage that they've got. I mean, they have let the departments come in and view and monitor. So as far as cameras, everybody has turned over everything. There's thousands of hours of stuff that they are combing through to
Right.
try to find an answer.
It looks like Tish is local to the area. She said, I go to the grocery store or anywhere and our eyes are peeled looking for him. I work at a local restaurant and I'm checking cars as they come through the drive-thru every day. Bless you, Tish. I know this family is very grateful. Discovering the Truth says, so he...
Do you notice how he doesn't thank that person?
Yes.
He doesn't thank that person. Oh my God, thank you so much for keeping your eyes open. That is amazing. I would be floored that someone is doing that for my child, checking the fucking drive-thru at a restaurant every day.
Yes.
My son is on their mind every day and they're just silent. You know why? Because they feel guilty that people are doing that because they know where this boy is.
He probably knows the route to his father's house, so maybe he was in the process of heading in that direction.
That has not been ruled out. I mean, like I said, the search that they are conducting is extremely widespread and thorough. So nobody is ruling that out as a possibility.
But normally when he wants to go to his dad's, he just says so. And we just call his dad.
Yeah, I mean, dad will come down here. We meet him halfway. I mean, he's never wanted to go to his dad's and not been able to go. Let's put it that way.
Right.
I mean,
RQ, thank you for being a member for 6 months. All of this is very, very helpful to help us, better understand the situation that we're dealing with. And I did see a post on Facebook that it looked like everybody was asked to wear green on Friday because green is Sebastian's favorite color. What else can you tell us about Sebastian?
He is an avid Minecraft fan. Loves the color green. It's got the goofiest and quirky smile in the world. I don't think anybody could mimic it, to be honest with you.
He looks like he's such a sweet young man.
Okay. I'm just going to say what I just picked up. He's got the goofiest and the quirkiest smile. No one can even mimic it. Tells me he's fucking tried. This guy mocked this kid.
Plus, he doesn't even let his mom talk.
No.
Like,
tell us about Sebastian. Well, here, let's have the mom talk about her son. Why don't you take a step back, motherfucker? Because you didn't even claim him. Oh, potato. Now we're going to be on this case because we're so mad.
When she asked that question, I was thinking, please just shut up and let his mom say something. And he jumped straight in there.
Yep.
Like, just shut up. Let her say something about her own son.
Yep. But he just got done calling him her son and the mom. But he's speaking on Sebastian. Come on.
Loves to dance. That boy he'll dance his tail off.
Let's listen to the smile thing again. I think this guy made fun of him.
He is an avid Minecraft fan. Loves the color green. It's got the goofiest and quirky smile in the world. I don't think anybody could mimic it, to be honest with you.
Why would anyone want to mimic it?
Sweet young.
Like, what's so funny about that? And why would you want to mimic his smile?
Exactly. Why is that the first thing you think of? Oh, yeah, he's got a weird smile is basically what he's saying.
Yeah, and I bet he tried. He made fun of him. I'm telling you, he made fun of this boy. Fucker.
Man. He
loves to dance. That boy he'll dance his tail off.
There's nothing wrong with that. Dancing is good for you. It's good exercise too. I just really hope they can find some answers. Now, I did ask you guys because You know, I know that sometimes when we're looking for autistic children that go missing, a lot of times people are concerned that they may be attracted to go towards the water.
Music.
So talk to us about that. Is he a good swimmer? Does he like to get in the water? I think you did mention some things about that to me earlier.
So he's a fish in the water. I'm gonna tell you right now that but here's the distinction. He is not a child that likes to get dirty. He can't stand his hands dirty. He can't stand bugs.
Fuck off. So this kid's going to take off in the middle of the night, shoeless,
With
but he
no
doesn't
shoes
like
on.
getting dirty.
Exactly. He's not going to, is he?
Mm.
He didn't leave that house with no shoes on,
No, he did
in my
not.
opinion.
Mm-mm.
And plus, he's talking, yeah, he likes water, like he's like a fish in water. It was the middle of the night, though.
Mm-hmm. And what? It's March. It's February in Tennessee. It's not warm.
No.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
So-
two reasons right there.
What?
Two
Sorry.
reasons right there why he wouldn't have left willingly in the middle of the night. Firstly, he doesn't like
Mm.
getting
Bugs.
dirty and stuff, so he's not going to leave without his shoes. Secondly, it's cold.
Yep. And bugs.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
It's
didn't walk out
dark.
that door. The door was locked. I think the interviewer's doing a really good job. I think she's trying to get the truth out of these people.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's got their number, is really what I think. I think she's been talking to them. She said she talked offline. I think she's got an idea of what she's trying to pull out. I don't know who she is, but she's a really good interviewer, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think she's doing good. I mean, it's
Mhm.
hard to keep people talking, and she's keeping them talking. So
Mm-hmm. I
That's
think
good.
she's asking really good questions because he's showing himself.
He's a fish in the water. I'm gonna tell you right now that but here's the distinction. He is not a child that likes to get dirty. He can't stand his hands dirty. He can't stand bugs. He is fearful of flies and things. So if he swims, he is a pool kid. He's not I'm a river and a stream kind of kid. He is swimming pool bound.
Oh my God, they need to check the rivers and streams near them. He's in the water. I bet you. They've checked a landfill already.
yeah,
They've searched by helicopter, ATVs, everything else. He's a pool kid. He's not a river or stream kid. That's where I would look. Damn.
Fearful of flies and things. So if he swims, he is a pool kid. He's not I'm a river and a stream kind of kid. He is swimming pool bound.
Discovering the truth, I'm sure that they are probably looking into that. Now, I know that you said there was some misinformation that was going around and you wanted to make a clarification. You did tell me that TBI, was assisting, but that there was some confusion. People thought that FBI was actually assisting in this case. Talk to me about what you spoke about earlier to me on our phone call about how FBI is that they were consulted and the card team I guess there is a discussion going on as to whether he qualifies as for the child abduction response team.
So the FBI is not physically on the ground. Somewhere in one of the news clips, I think it was reported that the FBI had made it on the ground. They're not. TBI, Tennessee Bureau of Investigations, has reached out to the behavioral analysis team or their CART team. And they
Okay. And dude, why do you think they've done that? They're analyzing your fucking behavior.
are trying to work with them from a distance, they're not physically present, to help in any way, form, shape that they can render their assistance.
Okay. Light and Sound, thank you for being here. Have burner phones been looked into? I know some teens sneak phones from their parents or maybe his computer use at school to
We haven't
see
been
if
able
he
to
has
find
been
any
chatting.
evidence of a secret phone.
Okay, good, good. Because digital evidence is really important. They want to make sure that he's not speaking to anybody. This is such an unusual case.
This case is extremely unusual. Like I said before, we are pretty strict when it comes to certain things. As far as comms, communication, electronic devices,
Hmm.
there was only one phone that he had. It was extremely locked down. He had access to his phone, his text message to only his contacts list, a camera, and a calculator, and that is it.
He's a pretty happy kid usually.
Oh my God. These people told on themselves.
Mhm.
Okay, so he's got a phone and he's only has access to the people that are in his contacts. No one else. A calculator. And what else? You got a lot to say. What's on your mind?
Well, I'm just wondering if they allowed him to have the contact numbers for his friends. I bet they didn't. Well, not
No,
they.
because he
I
said
bet he
they
just
just talk
didn't.
to him at school.
Yes.
His idea of friends are two kids he talks to at school.
Yep. So even though he doesn't want him to be online and stuff, he also doesn't want him to have contact with the kids that he thinks are his friends
That
on
he
his phone. So he's
So-
not allowed to speak to them.
How do you play Minecraft without internet?
It's an app. I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe
I
Punani's
think
here.
you
Can
can
she
just.
tell us?
No, actually, you can play it without being on the internet.
You can.
It's just like how games used to be, I guess.
Oh. All right, let's keep going.
Unusual. Like I said before, we are pretty strict when it comes to certain things. As far as comms, communication, electronic devices,
Hmm.
there was only one phone that he had. It was extremely locked down. He had access to his phone, his text message to only his contacts list, a camera, and a calculator, and that is it.
He's a pretty happy kid usually.
Usually.
He seems like it, and I know that you love him very much. I know that I can remember earlier in our conversation you were referring to him as Bubba, and I think
That's what I
that's sweet.
That's what
I
I
call my
call him.
son Bubba also, so that really tore at my heartstrings because my son, he's 30, but he's still Bubba to me. So it just that name is.
Why is he
That laugh
laughing?
was weird.
Oh, dude, this is creepy AF.
Mhm.
I'm hearing more things than I heard the first time.
I just Googled Minecraft as well, and it says that you can play it offline.
You can.
Yes. It says when you launch it, you can select to play offline.
So they made him play alone.
That's what it sounds like.
That's what
I
I
call my
call him.
son Bubba also, so that really tore at my heartstrings because my son, he's 30, but he's still Bubba to me. So it just that name is going to stick forever. It's just how it is. Cindy Caton, thank you for being here. She says, are there any old wells that maybe he accidentally fell in, or any areas or mines that he might be at risk of coming in contact with? I know sometimes those things occur out in Tennessee. The divers, have they found any possible leads? I know that I heard that there was a possible pond that they were draining. You did tell me they were searching all of the pipes.
Yes. So when it comes to address her question as far as wells and things, I'm sure there's plenty of those around here.
They're searching them.
They actually pulled data for all the caves, underground voids, all of that stuff that could be accessible. They've brought in teams from all over the state that specialize in either cave explorations,
Recoveries.
water recovery rescues. We don't know that they have drained a pond. I can say that much, but they
Okay.
have searched,
Dived them.
they've dived them all for sure. They've
Okay.
walked, I couldn't tell you how many miles of creeks
Cameras
and
and
waterways, and they've used cameras. The sewers. It's not really the sewers they're looking in.
drainage.
It's the drainage pipes. Nobody. So that's for clarification. Sewer pipes, we're not going to find a child in. Those
Right.
are enclosed and secured. But the runoff, water runoffs, were all searched by a dive team.
Okay. And I know Ginger Snap said his law enforcement looking into the possibility that he met a friend through Minecraft. I hope that they would just go ahead and vet all of that just to make sure, because you never know. I'm not really sure how all of that works because I'm not a gamer, but I know that there are ways that you can communicate like via Xbox because my son is a gamer. So, and Gabrielle, I believe that you guys were at the Costco on Saturday. That's when you took the picture of him, correct?
Yes, my
Okay.
wife was at Costco on Saturday.
Yeah,
The
not
shirt
Sunday.
that's in the flyer where it says Optimism was on a Saturday. They were
Okay,
at
good.
BJ's on Sunday. Um,
Okay. And what
and
is
when it
that?
comes
Is that a
to,
restaurant or?
no, they are all wholesale, like a commissary style stores where they sell in bulk.
Oh, okay. Okay. So Costco
So
Saturday.
Did he just say commissary style?
Yeah.
Okay, I've never heard of Costco or Sam's called commissary style food. I've heard it called, bulk warehouse food. Commissary? Why is this dude talking prison shit?
Mm-mm.
Potato says, mm-mm. Is that a joint? Or is that a cigar? Thank you for joining, boy mama.
I think it's weird that she talks about him meeting a friend on Minecraft and he didn't say anything.
Oh, I missed that. How did I miss that?
So if he met a friend on Minecraft, then he did have
Online
access
access
to online playing. And she says it and he doesn't say a word.
Military.
That's weird.
Yeah, that is weird. I guess commissary is used in the military as well. So I stand corrected. Okay. I'm glad to know that because I was like, okay, that's weird. But yeah, okay. I rewound a few seconds. Let's listen again.
Okay. And what
and
is
when it
that?
comes
Is that a
to,
restaurant or?
no, they are all wholesale, like a commissary style stores where they sell in bulk.
Oh, okay. Okay. So Costco
So
Saturday, BJ's on Sunday.
yes,
He
ma'am.
loves to eat all the samples, and BJ's is new, so I took him.
You're a good mom.
And when it comes to like the one mentioned about Minecraft, like I stated before, he does not have any way to come with anybody on any form of online gaming. That is extremely restrictive. We don't allow that because of what can come of it.
They combed all of the electronics.
I can tell you this with no hesitation. Anything and everything we have given to the police and any other law enforcement to have them completely scan, validate everything, and they are currently. I mean, everything is empty. I mean, they were like, "You guys are pretty good at." I said, "Yes, sir. We don't believe in allowing the kids to communicate through social media or through any type of gaming."
Looks like Missing in USA says, why are they wanting camera footage from Sunday afternoon? Because
That we cannot release right now.
okay,
That is not
I
something that
understand.
has been authorized us to
Right.
put out to the public.
And we respect that 100%. Ginger Snap says, I was reading that his favorite song is Eye of the Tiger. That's
Okay, hold on a second. He's making it sound like TBI is sharing like inside scoop with him and they can't share it with the public, but they're searching landfills for their son. Yeah, I'm not buying that. They're not sharing anything with these people.
It's a great song.
He's got an eclectic taste of music. He's a fan of Eddie Vedder. He
Oh, well,
likes
he's great.
Survivor. Oh yeah, I mean young man has a very eclectic taste in music.
Likes
And you
Taylor
told me that
Taylor
he
Swift,
loves to play
Carrie
chess.
Underwood.
And he loves to play chess,
He has a
right?
crush on Taylor Swift.
Ooh, he has a. Oh well, her boyfriend better watch out then. Was 911 allowed to be called? Rhonda asks.
On the cell phone, is that what she's referring to?
Yes, I believe so. Is that what you're asking,
All
Rhonda?
all devices that have communications have the ability to call 911. Believe it or not, most cell phones that are not even connected to service have an ability to actually call 911.
Yeah, you can pick one up off the shelf at a store and most will call.
Yeah, that's become a federal thing. That's not a service provided. That is like a federal thing.
We
Right.
wouldn't restrict safety features even if we could.
Yeah, safety is not restricted in this house.
What?
Okay, I do have one other question.
What the fuck does that mean? Safety is not restricted in this house?
I don't even get what that means.
I don't either.
Before I read what was his is saying, there was something I was going to ask you. Let's go ahead and do was his question right now. Shackle Island Road and New Shackle Island Road, are they in the same area?
New Shackle Island Road runs parallel to Long Island. Old Shackle Island Road is actually farther directionally. It would actually be south in front of the hospital, the Hendersonville Hospital. That is roughly, I think, 4 or 5 miles from our house.
Okay. Okay. That Single Mom, that's your favorite song too. Now, something I do want to ask you is because I've been watching social media because that's what I do. I share missing cases on lots of different social media platforms. And I was very disappointed when you told me that people were harassing you and attacking you. Is there anything that you want to put to rest while you're here tonight or make clear to the public about this situation? I know you told me there was a statement that you wanted me to make about you and the mom and the dad. So if you want to make any clarification about that, you have free reign to do so. We will not allow you to be disrespected here on this platform.
I have no malice or ill intent toward anybody. Everybody has an opinion.
Of course.
But what is factual is that the father, the mother, and myself have been extremely cooperative. We have been vetted. We have been checked out. We have been questioned and everything of that nature, and literally have been cleared. There is no wrongdoing. There is no negative input from the parents or any of the family. It's hard for a lot of folks. I mean, I will be honest and say this out loud. I have a custody case that is currently going on in another state.
Oh my God. Okay. He says, I'm going to be honest. Okay. Right. He's got a custody battle in another state.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's listen to this.
Which has been brought to public light because people feel that they want to judge and think that they understand what's currently going on, and they don't. Because of that, I am being looked at in a very foul way.
I wonder why.
I don't need to repeat anything that's being said, but
Right.
But and it's perfectly okay.
There's people that's probably seen it on social media, and I want you to be able to have the opportunity to defend yourself. We have 248 people watching right now, and I'm sure that anyone that's watching this on the live stream, please respect this family. I mean, you can't have an idea of possibly what they are going through. And it's really not any of your business what is going on. And I understand that you do see your other child, which, and that doesn't have anything to do with Sebastian. And you guys are on good terms with his father. There's not like there's any custody battle between the mother and Sebastian's father. I mean, obviously, if he wants to see his father, you guys told me that, you just plan to meet up, and it's no big deal. So I've read a couple of heinous things that people are saying, and it just really upsets me to know that people are just going to that without having all of the information and knowing that law enforcement has interviewed, interrogated everyone in your family. They have looked into you. They have all of your devices, and that they've basically cleared you guys of any involvement in Sebastian's disappearance. And I just wanted the public to be able to hear you say that, because you do have the right to defend yourself, because it's not like you said earlier, it's not about you. It's about finding Sebastian.
Correct.
Yes.
And I just don't want to have people to be dragging you around on social media. Isn't it already difficult enough that your child is missing?
That's beyond words. This is a feeling that I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't
wouldn't
care.
wish this on
Nobody should
anyone.
ever have to endure. It is not something that should ever be wished upon for anyone.
Now, I do see Miranda. Miranda has a child that is special needs as well, and we've covered a case on my channel involving her child in the school system here on my platform. So Miranda is a very strong advocate for kids that have special needs and them getting fair and equal treatment. And she says, how is his skills on walking around on heels or without a trail? Because my son would stumble if he had to step over a 1-inch rock or any form of incline. So, I mean, is he able to walk good? How is he able to navigate on his own? Is he able to walk good? Can you hear me?
Where'd they go? Chris Pratt.
Did I lose you guys? Can you hear me?
Earth to Chris. We hear you, Chris. We hear you.
Chris, are you there? Can you hear me? Trev, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, maybe Chris lost signal. We'll give him a few minutes to come back. They may have had to mute out. Thank you, FarQ. I appreciate it. Chris, we're not able to hear you. They may have gotten cut out with their Wi-Fi service.
Oh, so did they not come back?
And somehow
He walks and
oh no, they come back here.
He must have lost his signal, guys, but he'll probably come back. Oh, here he is. Here he is. Chris, can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Okay, that's like a Verizon commercial. Can you hear me now? I figured you might have lost signal.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll figure it out. We get it back every once in a while.
Okay, yeah, I understand. I understand.
He's high functioning. I mean, he's fully able to hold a conversation, and he walks and he loves to run.
Okay, well, that's good. And Rhonda wants to know if he has a special button on his phone.
No.
On his phone?
I don't. Mm-mm.
Okay.
But he doesn't have his phone.
Oh,
yeah, and he left his phone at home, so he doesn't have it. His says, I'm local and I'm trying to get a direction. Thank you. And says something about exit 5. Are you guys close to exit 5?
No, well, that depends. You can access off of what they call New Shackle Island Road, which I believe is exit 6.
I thought the same thing.
Yes, I see. Thank you, Mrs. Clem.
Yeah, I believe it's exit 6 and exit.
I feel like, why does it feel like there's like law enforcement in here, like making comments to like throw them off or something? Do you get that feeling?
But why did he laugh though when he's
I
asking about
don't
that?
know. What did he think was
What's so
funny
funny?
about exit 5 versus exit 6?
Get a direction. Thank you. And says something about exit 5. Are you guys close to exit 5?
No, well, that depends. You can access off of what they call New Shackle Island Road, which I believe is exit 6.
Yes, I see. Thank you, Mrs. Clem.
Yeah, I believe it's exit 6, and exit 7 will be in Indian Lake.
Oh,
But as far as the special button on his phone,
Indian Lake? Is that an actual lake? I don't know where these people live. I don't know anything about this case. I just heard this interview. I knew the kid was missing, and I heard this, and I thought, just a matter of time before you see those silver bracelets.
I'm not sure what you mean by that.
Yeah, me either. And I know Discovering the Truth said that, her child was able to get around the security system that they had kind of set up on the phone, so they couldn't access the websites, to that it was locked. And apparently he got around it and was
Okay.
able to access it. And I guess that's kind of what they were talking about, in a couple of the texts in the chat. So that's what I was trying to address, because a lot of the people that come to my streams, they have children that are also autistic. So they deal with a lot of situations, and they can understand some of the things that you may be dealing with at this moment. I can only imagine what you're going through, not knowing where he is.
We, without publicizing our address, best I can tell you is we are off by the beach area, and that kind of area is where they've predominantly been focusing their searches.
Wait a minute. He wants to keep their location private when
Yeah,
their kids
I
missing?
was about to say that. Why would you not want people to know the area that you're living in if you want people to be looking out for your kid who walked off in the middle of the night?
Oh my God. Stop it.
Right.
When it comes to the special button, no. Just so some parents are aware, even if you lock down your child's phone, some children can actually turn their phone into safe mode, which would bypass the parental locks and then allow a child to go on the internet. There is a way to block that. You would have to look that up. That's too much in depth to go into. But no, I mean, when I say we're strict, we lock it down. We lock it down.
Is he in tech? He seems to know
He
an awful lot.
He's really gone to a lot of lengths to make sure that he cannot get on the internet in any way whatsoever.
He knows everything that you can go around to get on the internet.
I mean, I didn't know that you can put your phone in safe mode and stuff and
No,
bypass some things. I didn't have a clue that you could do that.
So it's Hendersonville, Tennessee. The Cumberland River, isn't that the same river that goes through Nashville that other kid was near? Am I mistaking that?
I think so.
Yeah, because Hendersonville is just northeast of Nashville.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm just looking at a map of this area. The Cumberland River is huge. And it goes all the way around half of Hendersonville. It wraps around half the town. Oh my God. And I see the Costco on this map as well. Okay. Let's keep listening.
Okay, well, that's good to know. David Bryant, thank you so much for being here. David says, hey, one question. Do you think he would have stuck to roads, or do you think he could have went off into the wooded areas?
That is that's hard to say. We don't really have an answer, but all I can say is every avenue is being searched, regardless of woods, roads, anything. Everything that can be searched is currently being searched.
Reckless Ellis, thank you for being here. Reckless Ellis says, I'm not saying he did this whatsoever, but I did see a screenshot from Facebook where he yelled at the news and told them to get off his property. Is there any truth to that? Well, Reckless, I'll let them speak for themselves, but if the news was on my property, I might yell at them to get off my property too.
So I have not spoke to any news crew that have been physically on my property. I have spoken to a news crew that was down the street and just asked them politely, do not film my house. They were filming the police doing something, and that was perfectly okay. They gave me the words, we shook hands, and politely moved on. So, no, I
Oh
mean, as far
boy.
Thank
as
you.
yelling at
There was nothing polite about that. I love the way that he makes it a point to say, yeah, there was someone down the street that I politely asked. No, you didn't.
And we shook hands. It was all good. This
No, you
guy's a
didn't.
prick. Can we just say it? He's an asshole.
Mhm.
I told him politely. Oh, he was just filming something that the cops were doing, and that was okay. This guy thinks he makes the rules for everyone.
Mhm.
Imagine what he thought he made the rules for Sebastian.
They were filming the police doing something, and that was perfectly okay. They gave me the words, we shook hands, and politely moved on. So, no, I mean, as far as
Thank you.
yelling at the news, no.
Okay, well, thank you for clarifying that. I hope that helps, Reckless Ellis, and thank you so much for being here. Let's see. That's right, Leave It to Beaver. These are real people. Focus on the missing baby. Exactly. Thank you for being here, Miss Chewy. It's so good to see you. That's right. We all know that the child is in danger and needs to be home where he's safe, and that's all we need to know. I just want to make sure that people understand, like, this family is really going through it, and the focus needs to be on the child. So, and we just appreciate anyone that's able to get out there. Now, do they also have search dogs that have been out helping assist in the search?
Good question, Duchess.
Yes, ma'am. They have brought in dogs from various locations, from I believe from even other states as well as other areas within the state. So it is deeply, deeply being checked.
Deeply.
Deeply. Is he he's given us clues all over the place. He's been married 6 times.
Holy.
6
Wow.
times.
I mean,
Oh, wow.
I can see why.
Me too. And it seems like he likes to find the vulnerable, manipulative, the ones that he can manipulate, the weak women, right? That are desperate. Look at Jen Soto.
Yep.
Look at this. We saw the mother. I don't need to see more than 2 minutes of her to know she's meek. She's easily controlled. And she probably believed everything that came out of this man's mouth like it was gospel.
Yep.
And she didn't protect her child.
Okay, I'm going back over here. I see David Bryant's left another comment in chat. Okay, gotcha.
David.
We'll keep searching, praying for your families. I just posted multiple pictures from what my dog has found searching, and you can feel free to reach out if you would like me to search anywhere. So it sounds like David may have some search dogs himself. David, if you want to send me an email, or reach out to me with Facebook Messenger. If you have any information that you would like for me to pass on to the family, I'll be more than happy to do that. And we appreciate that so very much.
Again, silence. Silence. This guy says he's got his dogs out and he found some stuff and he posted pictures and he's asking, hey, you guys can reach out to me. And it's silence. Where are those pictures? Why wouldn't you say, let's see them? Send them to me right now.
Jennifer Jennings, thank you for being here. Jennifer says, how long has he been married to the mom? Isn't he Seth's son? Who is searching for this boy, mom, dad, or who? Well, it sounds like there's a lot of people involved, including the mother, the father, the stepfather, and law enforcement. When you say how long has he been married to the mom, are you referring to Chris on panel?
I think she is.
Silence.
Julio, thank you so much for being here. Chris always treated my girls and son with nothing but kindness when we worked together. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here, Julio.
He got
I know
Julio in there to fucking back him up. Julio, you better get your ass in there and say that I have been nothing but fucking kind to you, motherfucker, or I'm gonna kick your ass. Oh my God, I gotta go back because they didn't like David Bryant. David Bryant is going too deep. He's going too deep. That shut them up. And now this Jennifer wants to know how long y'all been married and who is searching? Who? And they get quiet.
He said, son, who is searching for this boy, mom, dad, or who? Well, it sounds like there's a lot of people involved, including the mother, the father, the stepfather, and law enforcement. When you say how long has he been married to the mom, are you referring to Chris on panel?
He's probably looking at her like, you shut the fuck up. We're not getting into my marriages. Nope, we're not talking marriage. Shut the fuck up.
Julio, thank you so much for being here. Chris always treated my girls and son with nothing but kindness when we worked together. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here, Julio. I know that probably means a lot to him. That's right, Jennifer. I think everybody is searching. It doesn't sound like there's any animosity with anybody that's going on here. So, and please be respectful in the chat. If you want to come in here and attack the family, the moderators can show you to the door. There's no need to announce your departure. Light and Sound says, I pray he wasn't being bullied at school. I imagine classmates who knew him have been interviewed. And yes, I do believe Chris said that earlier. And did he typically take his phone places with him, guys, or did he normally leave it at home?
Believe it or not, it was actually a struggle to get him to carry his phone.
Oh, he pops back in.
Yeah, he's right there.
You know why? He was busy. I think he was texting Julio saying, say this. Why? What? He pops back in. Oh, it was hell. It was hell to get him to take his phone with him. But he oh my God, are you kidding me?
He normally leave it at home.
Believe it or not, it was actually a struggle to get him to carry his phone. He's not like your typical teenager. He's not these kids that, got to stick their head in the phone. He's not
glued to it.
He's not. Because of his restrictions, he knows that what it's for, it's a tool. It's not an entertainment device. He had his struggles with doing basic, simple things. And it was a constant reminder, a constant this. And all three parents have been extremely positive and constantly trying to get him like, hey, we got to do this, bud. We got to do that.
Take your phone.
Take your phone.
Teach him to be responsible and to think about it.
And then Julio, I can contest. We work together out in San Diego, so he's amazing.
Julio, my buddy from California. He's amazing. And then he laughs. Oh, this guy is.
He's probably Julio.
He's probably Julio. Oh my God. Oh my
Why
God.
I couldn't talk. He was too busy chatting.
We don't know what he does for a living, but Erica said that he was 3 hours away at work in his camper. What? This gets even stupider by the minute.
I can contest. We work together out in San Diego, so he's amazing.
Oh my God.
I think that's wonderful.
Okay, Gypsy Rose. That's what that reminded me of.
Let me just take care of something here in chat real quick. Jennifer, I appreciate you being here. We welcome all opinions, but we're just
it wasn't me.
How long he's been married to the mother is irrelevant with Sebastian being missing. So I hope that you have a wonderful night, but respectfully, I'm going to have to remove you from chat because it's a distraction. And we are focused
like
on
the way she
talking
deals with
about
people.
Sebastian and about his case. And I hope you have a wonderful night. And please come back again. Okay, let's get back over here to the chat. I try to not get distracted when we have these situations, but we just don't have time for that. I'm not going to allow disrespect, and my moderators know that. So I appreciate my mods in here. Y'all put some hearts and hands up for the moderators in here. They're doing a fantastic job. We have 363 people in here watching right now. If you haven't already hit the like button, please do that and share this out because it helps to get Sebastian Rogers information circulating on social media. People are going to want to know what the parents have to say. I think it's very important that people hear the facts straight from Sebastian's family. 80 says, I'm autistic myself, but as a kid, I used to have restricted internet access, and I've managed to bypass it before. That doesn't shock me because I have a cousin that has the same thing has happened. I think it's different for every kid because there's such a spectrum. There's such a spectrum. So that's why we have to be on high alert. This is a vigilant, important situation because we really don't know the circumstances of what has actually transpired with Sebastian, and he could be in danger. And I see Burton Staggs here. Burton, thank you so much for coming over. He says there's two similar cases, a Mississippi autistic.
Every comment is triggering to these parents. Do you notice that? I mean, unless she specializes in missing autistic children, there sure are a lot of people in the chat that have very triggering questions that these parents don't want to even comment on, you know?
Yep.
Autistic teen was missing and found 9 days later in Tennessee. He walked. In Arizona, an autistic teen walked approximately 200 miles and was found safe. Incredible. Does he have a lot of energy?
Crickets.
Does he like to go on long walks and things like that?
Especially off his medicine.
What?
Huh?
I really would like to get.
What was that?
What did she say? Did she say
He's
when
off his medicine? Wait, let's play that again.
Okay, so what medicine is he on?
Right.
In Arizona, an autistic teen walked approximately 200 miles and was found safe. Incredible. Does he have a lot of energy? Does he like to go on long walks and things like that?
Especially off his medicine.
Oh, shit.
The video you're about to see is from early Monday morning, February 26th, around 3:10 a.m. Now, there are no street lights in the Stafford Court neighborhood, so it is at night, pitch black. What you will see here are these 2 points of light believed to be people with flashlights in the area around Sebastian Rogers' Hendersonville home. It is believed Sebastian left his home barefoot and with a flashlight sometime overnight. Since his disappearance, authorities have reviewed security video from homes in the neighborhood looking for clues.
We have had several clips that have come in.
And this one is getting the most attention, showing signs of activity around Sebastian's home the night he disappeared. You see, 2 light sources, which we've circled to help you follow. For point of reference, the security camera was pointed toward the back of Sebastian's home in a common area. In the video, you see subject 1 with a light source in the lower right-hand corner. Then you see subject 2 briefly appear and move toward the first before that light source is covered or obscured by bushes. Subject 1, a few seconds later, then moves out of frame. Then subject 2 reappears and follows subject 1 off screen. It's a short time later and it's very vague, but then you see one of the subjects moving quickly back through the common area, and that is it. I know there's not much to see here. You certainly cannot identify anyone, but those close to the investigation tell me the mere fact that there is now evidence that someone is in the area around Sebastian's home is significant. This video shows suspicious activity in the immediate area the night Sebastian disappeared. Could one of these subjects have been Sebastian? Did he meet and leave with someone? Sebastian's father says his son would not go with a stranger.
It's up in the air for me because I don't think he would get into a vehicle with somebody unless he knew them.
So what exactly are we seeing here? I know investigators are doing what they can to try enhancing the video for any more clues. For now, this video is now part of the Sebastian Rogers missing person file, and I'm told it could become more significant depending on where the ongoing investigation leads.
Oh, so here we have Dad saying the FBI is not on the ground. That is a rumor. No, dude, the FBI is analyzing this video, is what they're doing. They're analyzing your phones. Oh my God. I think that's mom and stepdad. That's what I think. Because she was supposedly sleeping on the couch and then went to bed, right?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Ken Dalton's onto something here. He says, really? We are onto something, Potato. And why mention a flashlight in the first place? Because he knew this video was out.
Yeah.
Be sure to check out my other videos and playlists for more true crime content. And if that's not enough, you can join our Patreon. Don't have a tinfoil hat? It's okay. We'll make you one. It's that easy. See you guys in the next video.
See you later. Bye.